As you listen to these words, you begin to relax, allowing the ideas to sink deeply into your mind, where they can take root and grow. Notice how, as you breathe in, you let go of any tension, any resistance. You might find, as you breathe out, you release any old ways of thinking that have held you back. You let go of any beliefs that have kept you stuck in patterns that no longer serve you. You begin to see everything from a fresh perspective, one where your reality is shaped by your beliefs and how you choose to communicate. Now take a moment to remember, the meaning of your conversation is not what you think you say, but it's the response you get back. Think about that for a moment. When you communicate, when you express yourself, you're giving something of yourself out into the world. And what matters is not just the words you speak, but how those words are received, how others react, how they interpret what you're saying. If they don't understand, if they resist, or if they misunderstand, it's not a reflection of you being wrong. No, it's simply an opportunity for you to adjust, to adapt, to shift your approach. In fact, as you think about it, you realise it's always your responsibility to change the way you speak, to change the way you think, to change the way you present yourself, until you get the response you desire. Isn't it fascinating how powerful it is to recognise that they don't know what you know? They can't possibly know the depth of your understanding, the nuances of your beliefs, the experiences that have shaped your thinking. So it's your job and your responsibility to meet them where they're at, and then take them further. It's not about being right or wrong, good or bad, honest or manipulative. This is about being truly heard and understood. This is about meeting them where they are, and then guiding them to new insights, new perspectives, new possibilities. Now imagine, as you listen to these words, how much easier it becomes to shift your approach, to adjust your communication, to use the patterns around you. You might find yourself naturally becoming more aware of the patterns that unfold in every conversation, every interaction. You begin to see how those who resist, those who misunderstand, they're simply providing feedback, giving you the opportunity to adapt, to change, to become even more effective. You realise everything is feedback, and feedback always leads to growth. The truth is, in every conversation, you're always in control. Not because you force the response, but because you have the flexibility to adapt, to shift, to change how you present yourself, until the response you desire begins to emerge. Imagine how over time you become so skilled at seeing the bigger picture, understanding the interconnectedness of everything. Do you start to notice patterns everywhere? Patterns in communication, patterns in behaviour, patterns in your thoughts. You begin to see the structure behind the process, and by tweaking even the smallest details, you can create an entirely new outcome. And when you speak, you begin to use patterns. Your ability to create pattern interrupts becomes second nature. You notice how, in every conversation, there's an opportunity to shift things, to introduce a new perspective, to introduce a plot twist, a change in energy. Maybe you smile a little more, or perhaps you simply pause for a moment, letting the silence speak volumes. You start to see how every word, every gesture, every action, it can shift the energy in a conversation, create a new reality in the moment. You start to realise that when you interrupt a pattern, you open up new possibilities, new avenues of connection, new ways of thinking. Just as you've been taught, you see how important it is to never get stuck in one way of thinking, in one approach. The more you flow, the more you adapt, the more you create the response you desire. You might notice in conversations, when you speak with clarity, when you truly meet the person where they are, the words flow effortlessly. When they react or respond in a way that surprises you, you know it's simply an invitation to shift, to learn more, to create a different response with each shift, each adjustment. You deepen the connection. You expand your ability to influence, to be heard and understood. You understand now that your beliefs create your reality. And when you change your beliefs, you change the outcome. And this is what makes you so powerful. The realization that you're always in control of your beliefs and your responses. When you speak from a place of clarity, a place of playfulness, a place of certainty, others naturally begin to respond in kind. You see, when you shift your state, when you embody the energy of joy, playfulness and curiosity, you begin to unlock those same energies in others. You start to realize life, it's not about trying to force things into being. It's about releasing control, embracing the flow, and trusting. The more you allow, the easier things become. So you begin to approach every interaction with a sense of curiosity, or the playful energy of a game, where the goal is not to be right, but to discover, to explore, to connect. And in doing so, you become the most magnetic, charismatic version of yourself, because you no longer feel the need to control or manipulate, but instead you simply express your truth, your playfulness, your unique perspective. And as you let go of the old patterns, the old ways of thinking, you open up new doors of possibility. You begin to see that every conversation is an opportunity to create change, to influence, to inspire. The more you meet others where they are, the more they're naturally drawn to you, to your energy, to your clarity. You feel it now deep in your mind and body, that shift. You can see how, as you integrate this new way of being, you automatically become more effective in every conversation, more confident in every interaction. You naturally begin to speak in a way that opens others up, that creates connection, that drives understanding. And the more you do this, the more you'll see how your communication becomes a powerful tool to create the reality you desire. And you can feel, as you breathe deeply, the change is happening. The new way of being, of communicating, becomes a part of you, effortlessly, naturally, with a sense of joy and playfulness that infuses every moment.